I love chips. I love the saltiness, the crunchiness, but what I don't love is how they make me feel when I have potato chips, and particularly potato chips made with not good oils. So, kale chips are one of those things that have become very trendy over the last 10 years, but what we're seeing now is that there are lots of ways to make them even more exciting and interesting. So we're making today some 5-spice kale chips that we think are going to be a hit with the whole family. The first thing you're going to want to do is to take the leafy part off of the fibrous stem. So there's a few ways you can do it. You can just pull it off like Andy's doing here. I like to kind of string it along with my hands, but that can be a bit trickier. And they even have things you can buy, gadgets that will actually take it off for you. But you essentially don't want that fibrous bit in the middle because it will never dehydrate and become crispy. It'll make it chewy and stop the actual leaves from crisping up. Once you've actually taken it off the stem, you want to break it into bite-sized pieces. Now remember, it's going to dehydrate into much smaller pieces than what you break it up as, sometimes up to 1/4 of the size. So it doesn't have to be too tiny because you don't want tiny little chips. You want them big enough that they're not going to be too big in your mouth, but big enough that they're not going to disappear. And what you're going to do to start with is you're going to add in a teaspoon of 5-spice powder and a good sprinkling of salt. Remember, not too much salt because as it dehydrates, it gets super salty. And then a lovely drizzle of cold pressed oil. Now here's the part that you want to get your hands in. So give your hands a good wash, and you want to really make sure that every part of the leaf, back and front, is coated with the oil and the salt and the 5-spice, because any part that's not coated in the oil won't crisp up and will kind of get chewy when you're dehydrating it. So then what you're going to do is you're going to pop it onto a tray evenly dispersed, so there's no leaves on top of one another. For this version of kale chips, Andy popped it into the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. So there you have it. These are the 5-spice kale chips. This is a great alternative to potato chips that aren't going to spike your blood sugar, tons of delicious nutrients in it, and it really does taste good. So I strongly suggest you have a go and let us know what you think. Or if you have other coatings that you put on your kale chips, we'd love to know about it in the comments below. So for more delicious recipes like this that won't spike your blood sugar, are super easy to prepare and absolutely delicious, click the link below to find out more about our 21-day sugar-free challenge.